Finally, if you're going to be a dream maker, you got to stop the dream takers in your life. Now, I just talked about affirmations. That's how important words are. It's the limiting words and the limiting people in your life. Some of the limiting words come from within. Some of the limiting words come from without. Some of them, they've been with you so long you don't even realize you have them. I'm too fat, I'm too slow, I don't have a degree. What are your limiting words? You have them. Dennis talked yesterday about limits and limitations. What are your limiting words? I can tell you some limiting words that were given to me innocently by someone who loves me a tremendous amount. They weren't trying to hurt me, they were trying to protect me, which a lot of times is how you pick up limiting words. And it was with me as early as I can remember. Don't get your hopes up. What are you supposed to do? Get them down? I mean, don't get your hopes up. That was told to me to protect me. But I internalized that. Consequently, I would never get excited, optimistic about anything big in my life if I were waiting to qualify for something or whatever it might be, because I didn't want to get my hopes up. Consequently, I never could experience inside what I needed to experience. I never could see the big dream on the inside. I had to get rid of those limiting words. Now, there's some limiting people in your life, and some of them may be very close to you. Maybe a spouse, maybe a brother, sister, or someone else. There are other limiting people that aren't close to you. The person at the water cooler at work. You're going to have to reduce your time around your limiting people. I will tell you that there were people in my family that I didn't see as frequently as I could have for a period of time until I got myself right. See, I had to get myself right first. Change yourself, and I'm a work in progress. I'm not there yet. I'm just not where I used to be. Monitor what you read, watch, and listen to. The most dangerous thing as far as I'm concerned, because it happens so innocently. I used to get up every morning when I smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day, and I'd fire me up a cigarette and I'd roll out to the mailbox and take the newspaper, bring it back inside, fire up another cigarette, pour a cup of coffee, and I'd sit there for an hour and a half, read cover to cover. I knew about every rape, embezzlement, every murder, I knew it all. By the time I got to work, I was in a miserable mood. Somebody suggested to me I needed to give up my subscription to the newspaper. I did. I'll tell you right now, where I live, the publisher of the newspaper in my town is one of my very best friends. We fish together a lot. We're going to a big music festival in Austin together. But I can't take his newspaper. It's deadly to me. I don't take it. I don't have a subscription to a newspaper. I haven't had one for 12 years. People say, well, Vic, don't you need to know what's going on? You know what? If it gets bad enough, somebody will tell you. True story. True story. 1996, I went into a convenience store. And, I usually scan the headlines just so I got some clue so that somebody says something to you, you don't look like a deer in headlights. I go into a convenience store, and there on the television behind me, they have the O.J. chase going on. I look up there, and I saw some reference to O.J., and I go, what's going on with O.J.? And that clerk looked at me like I was a Martian. But guess what? I missed about 3 days of those talking heads evaluating everything that was going on there. I didn't get any of that. Because the 11 o'clock news has never put a dime in my family's pocket. 11 o'clock news won't pay for anything for my family. Okay? You got to stop the dream takers. It may not be you giving up the newspaper. I didn't have cable TV for 5 years, not only because I didn't want to spend the money, but I didn't need it going in. I just didn't need it. If I were to come over to your house today and I'd bring a big old can of garbage and I'd dump it on your front lawn, you'd get mad. You'd call somebody. If I rung the doorbell, walked in and dumped it in your living room, you'd probably shoot me. But guess what? You allow people to dump the garbage every single day. Some of you do. Every single day they're dumping garbage in you. You can't be a dream maker until you stop the dream takers. You got to back a dream up with another dream. Back a dream up with another dream. When I'm through with Jackson Hole, it's Appalachian Trail. When I'm through with Appalachian Trail, I got the one behind that and the one behind that and the one behind that. Here's why. I don't know why, but what happens when you reach a dream, you have a natural letdown period. Look at every championship team, almost without fail, especially professionally, where the players don't change a lot some years. Team will win the World Series, team will win the Super Bowl. Next year, almost the same identical players, and they can't win half the games they won the year before. Why? They had a dream, they reached the dream, they didn't have a dream to back it up. Not having a dream to back up a dream is a big dream taker. You got to change your attitude toward failure. In 1966, Maxie Fowler took the California bar exam when he was 36 years old, and he failed. He took it again, and he failed. Again, and again, and again, and again, and he failed. He took it here in Los Angeles. He went to Riverside. He took it in San Diego. He took it in San Francisco. He took it everywhere in this state they offered it, and he failed. He took it when his kids were still at home, and as each one of his sons took the bar exam, he took it with him, and he failed. One of his sons became an attorney. Maxie went to work for him as a law clerk, took the bar exam, failed. At an age when most people are thinking about retirement, Maxie Fowler was still taking the California bar exam. After 25 years, more than $50,000 in testing fees, more than 144 hours spent in testing rooms, Maxie Fowler took the California bar for the 48th time, and he passed. He's an attorney in California now. He was 61 years old. You got to change your attitude toward failure. Maxie Fowler never saw a single one of those occasions as the end of the dream. It was just a lesson to be learned. It was just another step. How many of you would have quit at the 5th time, the 10th time? I mean, how many people take the bar 3 or 4 times, don't make it, quit? You got to change your attitude toward failure. The single biggest dream taker, perhaps, outside of what's going in your brain here. John Maxwell has an outstanding book I encourage you to get if you haven't read it, Failing Forward. Phenomenal book about failure, how to handle failure. Now, I'm going to wrap up here. You remember what I said about the 4 things about a dream? Number 1, a dream has what kind of power? Extreme power. It transforms. It synergizes. The most important thing, it makes you unstoppable. It draws a crowd. Big dreams add life to your life. They will give energy, and they will give a texture and a dimension. You're going to be a different, you know what Jim says? Jim says, become a millionaire, not for the money, but why? For the person you'll become. When you're chasing your big dream, you're going to be a different person when you get there. You're going to be a different person when you get there, and you're going to love who that person is. You're going to love the life you've created there. To see it on the outside, you have to live a big dream on the inside. And finally, in order to be a dream maker, you got to stop the dream takers in your life. I wish I could spend just a few minutes personally, one-on-one with each one of you, so that I could somehow communicate better than I can in this distance and from this stage. I know that some of you right now hurt. I know that some of you may have cried yourself to sleep last night. Just, it looks that bleak. I know, I've been there. Folks, you can turn it around so fast. Napoleon Hill wrote in Think and Grow Rich, when success comes, it comes so quickly and in such large quantity, you wonder where it's been all along. You're a lot closer than you think. And let me tell you why. Because you're seeking. You're seeking. As long as you keep seeking, you're going to find that last piece of the puzzle you need. Just keep seeking. And I want to leave you with one thing, and it's, I surround myself with this. This is by Henry David Thoreau. It was written over 100 years ago, and I believe it. I believe it, because in my life it's been true. If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life he has imagined, he will meet with success unexpected in common hours. I wish for you your success, unexpected and common hours. God bless you and God bless your dreams. Thank you very much.